Hi guys, buckle up for a new podcast series called Anubhav. My name is Kavya Meni, Senior Branding Coordinator. Every fortnight, you'll hear mind blowing interviews as well as actionable tips and strategies that you can implement in your daily life to become a transformational leader. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Now, let's jump into your fortnightly dose of podcast. Today on the show, I'll be talking to Anjali Jha and Ravi Kumar. Anjali is a marketing student from the batch of 2021. She is a founding member of the branding cell here at SIMS. Ravi is from the human resources batch of 2022. He is a member of SIMSAC as well as SIMS Yodha's team. Both of them have been fortunate enough to experience campus life, and I wanted to get them on the show to share their insights with you to help you get to know a little bit more about the college life you are about to live. I'm sure our listeners would like to know how a regular day at SIMS begins. Anjali?
Yeah, thank you so much, Kavya, for that amazing introduction. So, this regular word is not appropriate for SIMS, but yes, the day actually consists of a lot of surprising elements. Actually, you find each and every day very exciting, and every day you experience new things, learn new things. It actually starts with series of lectures in the morning, which you attend. You have different presentations, learn different topics, theoretical, practical as well. Then you have amazing cell works. Every day something is extra that you need to take forward in terms of learning, right? So it's every day it's something new that you learn. Also, you have different entertainment things there also in the campus. People, they prefer to go to gym. I personally used to go to gym every day. It was fun. And we have different sports also. So we used to hang out in the campus, learn together, play together, do mistakes, then again learn from it, then again unlearn as well the things that are not required. So yes, it was an amazing experience.
That sounds lovely. Ravi, how was your experience like?
Well, it's amazing to come in contact with a senior like Anjali. It's definitely a very robust day. So when we visited the college, we had a very constructed experience, of course, because 50% population, out of which 70 odd people showed up. So slightly different, but exciting nonetheless. But again, I have to agree, there's no regular day at SIMS. That is a perfect oxymoron, so as to say it. But to quickly add to what my day would usually consist of is waking up around 6:30, and the first task would be to conclude the breakfast because, well, the thing starts at 7:30 and ends at 9. So our first target used to be get done with it on time. Sounds easy, but the funny thing is your class, with any luck, okay, a little bit of a bias there, with any luck, my class always started at around 8 a.m., right?
Right.
And what we had to do was the squeezing of the breakfast in that half an hour. You chomp it down or you just sit outside the mess. You enjoy a nice spectacle of people hopping about, rushing to the classes because, well, we are management students, but time management is something we all need a lesson in. So it was a nice sight watching people hop about in the morning, make an effort to reach the classes on time. And, well, at the end of it, a nice morning would be where your breakfast is done on time and you have attended all the classes. And all in all, that consisted of the morning.
Right, so that sounds really interesting. I wish I was there to experience the campus life myself. But nonetheless, how were the routine classes like for you, Anjali?
Routine classes for me, it was very interesting. I would like to state one fact that the one thing that makes them different in terms of having classes is the expertise that the faculties have. We have guest lectures as well. So the classes are not only based on theory, but we have different kind of methodologies to learn better actually. So we have case studies, we have role play, we have presentations, and so many things. So basically, at the end of the day, you never feel that the day has been spent doing nothing, but you have that sense of satisfaction that your day was actually very fruitful in terms of learning something. So each and every day, at SIMS, you get this sense of satisfaction.
I actually have to agree with you on that because I think our faculty was able to deliver that even in online lectures. So I completely agree with you on that. What about you, Ravi? You have experienced both online and offline classes. So what is your preference?
Interesting word to use there for the preference, but personally, being an HR, I have a inclination towards the human side of things, right? So I definitely would have to pick the offline. But absolutely. I agree with Anjali and you, in fact, the faculty really delivers on their knowledge and the kind of learning they actually are able to transcend from the whole online medium into something that actually enters the students' knowledge base, right?
Absolutely.
But the routine classes are an exciting enterprise in itself, to be honest, regardless of what one's background or inclination may be, right? It's a given that each person, if you're on the campus, you're bound to find someone, a faculty, whose wavelength is suitable to you. Now, it might not be remaining restricted to being within the same stream, right? Because I, for an HR student, might call a finance teacher per se, might be my favorite, and that happens all the time. And attending classes with such a faculty, it's what makes learning truly valuable. And that dialogue which is initiated with the sound of a gong starting of each period, it is something which is invaluable, be it online or offline. But again, information offline, definitely a better experience. So if you get an option, do get it.
So you guys have told me about the classes, you guys have told me how you used to chomp your breakfast down. I would like to know a little bit more about how the evenings at SIMS would be. I'm sure they were rejuvenating after a long tiring day. So could you brief us about the same?
Now nostalgia is hitting me hard right now. Evenings were so amazing. I mean, yes, you said it right. It was a long day for us every day, but the evening was a time where we used to not only learn, but to celebrate what we have learned. So, we have different streams, right? So in the evening, we have no streams. We are just the student managers. We sit together, we discuss everything, what we learned, what we want to learn, what are the plans, especially in the cell meeting. So we have different cells, right?
Right.
So basically, in the cell meeting, you would find people, doing brainstorming, opening their heads on different things, picking up different topics. Very, very, creative and innovative things you would find out students doing, discussing and implementing.
Right. And Ravi, I believe you were there only for a brief period of 2 months. So how were the evenings like for you? And you guys were on campus most of the times because of the prevailing situation.
The evenings, they take a major turn away from the academics. So how I would describe the evenings is completely dedicating it to the SIMS fauna. Because this is the time when you see the whole wildlife on the campus, the felines, the canines, they're interacting with the gentry across campus. And when I say across campus, it will be hard to find a spot where the said dogs or cats or any other form of wildlife would not invite itself. You can expect them in your rooms. Boys or girls, they have no discrimination there. And true, while we were there, we were not exactly on the same timelines as our previous batches. We were allowed to step out for only a couple of hours, which kept on varying according to what the government guidelines were. But all in all, it was quite an experience and a good vibrant order of young transformation students coming out in the evenings with all the different personalities, regardless of the stream. That's Anjali very nicely put it.
Coming to the nightlife, we all know that the nightlife of a campus is what students cherish most. So can you please share some of your stories from your hostel or some of your cherished memories from the hostel?
Absolutely. I think you get that right, Kavya. The nightlife is most related to hostels because we all, roommates or the hostelites, we all get together in a room and discuss the things what we have done throughout the day. But again, in a different way, in a more personal way, right?
Right.
So the days that are most memorable to me were the days when we used to celebrate our roommates' birthdays. Those days were amazing. I mean, we used to imagine if someone is your roommate, she's staying with you, and you cannot let this happen that she knows you're planning for her birthday.
Absolutely.
Celebrating in the same room. So that those little things, and then going to the market, buying things, then pampering roommates, then sharing things with roommates, whether to eat something or whether if you're facing any difficulties, you share with your roommates. Nighttime especially, very good time. It's just to share these kind of things with your roommates. You share your happiness, sadness with them.
All right. So what about you, Ravi?
Well, a good question there, right? And if only would be the first instinctual answer that comes to me. Because the said memories came from the days when you grind as a team or you sit for competitions or prepare for exams. But ideally for me, it would be a mix of both productive and a nice lumber range of activities. And especially at Sims, I would speak for the boys' hostel, specifically for the new boys' hostel. Rooms nicer to accommodating 4 will end up having up to 12, 14 heads at night. And well, that only gets fun from there, right? There's no downside after that.
Right. I think we tried to, the online students, we tried to translate this to the hilt. We had a lot of assignments to do, and we also tried to make a group thing out of it. So I think I do understand. Of course, the offline experience would have been completely different, but that sounds fun. So, guys, one last question. What are the things that you've learned from your journey at Sims?
One word that has actually that has been introduced into my life after coming to Sims is discipline. Discipline is something that has actually changed my life, and I have learned this in Sims only, how to discipline yourself. I'm being a little serious here, but this is something that is actually Sims teaches you basically. So from the first day, you guys have already faced the orientation. So you have seen how rigid and how at the same time how flexible the day can be. Right? It depends upon everything is all about learning how to manage things. Depends upon the priorities. Depends upon the different things in your hand. What are you going to do? What are you going to learn? So the most important thing while doing all these to-do lists, the to-do things, you have to make sure you have a discipline to accomplish all these things in a successful manner. It's still working, and I really want to share this with you. That it's still working, and I believe it will work throughout the life, and everyone should learn it.
Yeah, I wish you all the luck for that. Ravi, what about you? What have you learned from your journey at?
Some very insightful words coming from the senior here. So thanks, Anjali. This interaction turned out to be much more than I expected. But to answer the question from my end, I believe that each individual is a repository of choices, some story, knowledge, and learnings that are unique unto itself, right?
Yeah.
But a quality conversation with anyone, rooting out the elementary basics, of course, enforced with something basic like good listening, they can be greatly enriching. And when I say this, I don't just mean the faculty, which we term to be erudite or the most learned. It can be fellow students. It can be, like I just put it, Anjali, this interaction, right?
Right.
And such conversations, each such interaction, they really offer a whole new value add, which is incomparable to the last or the next. It really offers a chance to learn from a journey which is not for mine to call my own, but it might be a teacher wise than any known. And that, I think, is the true essence of what Sims has taught me. It taught me to develop a habit of listening and listening well. It taught me how to actually maintain the patience level per se, to not lose my focus mid-conversation, which actually used to happen whether I like it or not subconsciously. Middle of the conversation, middle of the lessons, we drift from what's actually going on, and you lose a grasp of things. But after going to SIMS, I realized how important it is to stay with the speaker and to develop such nuanced tag-alongs of patience and conscientiousness has definitely proved to be something that has been very instrumental in me securing a good internship or being with a good company or doing even well at the job that I'm given. So that is something I'm definitely grateful to SIMS for.
Right, and I think that sounds like a great note to end our podcast on. Thank you so much for joining us, Anjali and Ravi. A few things that I will be taking back with me after having this conversation with both of you is the importance of being present in the moment and being attentive to detail at all times, and secondly, and more importantly, the value of discipline. I'm sure our listeners have really enjoyed this insightful episode of Anubhav and they cannot wait to come to campus and experience it for themselves. If you loved this episode, make sure to tune in to the next one as well. This podcast was brought to you by the SIMS Branding Cell.